long, we've been talking about being romantic, and so this has been a romantic week. And we started off on Tuesday. We were talking about having a romantic dream, and starting off with that romantic dream, we moved yesterday into having a romantic environment, and then today we're going to talk about taking romantic action because all of those things are essential, right? We have a dream, and what I shared was that our dreams take us out of whatever our current situations are. Your dreams, your thoughts, your ideas, what you desire for your relationships are not, they're not confined to whatever your current situation is. You're not limited by what's going on in your life, because here's what a thought gets to do. A thought gets to take you outside of whatever your current situation is. That's the power of a thought. The power of a thought says, wherever I'm at, whatever my situation is, I can move out of this place. I can get out of this place. I can shift myself into another atmosphere. I can move from this physical place, from this physical situation into a different space because I can imagine it. I can see it. I can visualize it. I can dream it. And once you start doing that, it starts opening your life up and opens up your mind and your being and your life to possibilities. So that's what we moved into. We started talking about dreams and possibilities, and then we had to move yesterday into an environment. There's an environment needed for your possibilities to be achieved. You want something different in your relationships? Guess what? You probably need to get into a different environment. The environment that you're in is conducive for what you currently have. But if you want something greater, if you want something more, the environment needs to be altered. The environment needs to be stirred up. And you might be thinking like, okay, all right, well, how do I change my current environment? You can read books. You can listen to trainings. I was out this morning. And so this morning I was out and I go for a morning walk. Thanks for the love, 70s Preservation Society. So this morning I was out for my morning walk and I was going for a walk, 20 minutes out for a 20-minute walk. And I went for a walk this morning with Les Brown. And so Les Brown, you may or may not know who he is, but he's a great motivational speaker, one of the best in this generation, in the past couple generations. And so I was listening to Les Brown and he was talking and he was sharing. And the reason I do that and the reason I did it this morning was because I wanted to be in a different mental space. I've been able to be on some Zoom calls with Les Brown and interact with them. And even though he's not here with me physically, because his stuff is on YouTube and different places, I was able to access it. And so I wanted to listen because Les Brown is in a position that I want to be in. And so being around Les Brown, even though it's on a video, I'm able to listen and I'm taking in this audio and I'm taking in the video and I'm listening, having the conversation, right? And he's sharing some things about his life. He's sharing his mentality, how he went from this place of poverty and how he transitioned his life to a different place. And I'm listening. I'm not only listening to what he's saying, but I'm listening to how he does it. Why? Because he's at the level that I want to be at. And so I need to get myself into an environment because this person is known the world over for being a speaker. If I want to have that kind of impact, I need to get around those kind of people. So I'm around Les Brown. I want to be around him. I'm listening, taking it in, shifting my environment, shifting my atmosphere. I'm walking through the cemetery. I'm learning. I'm studying. I'm studying. See, having a dream is one thing. Getting into the environment that's needed to help that become a possibility is another thing. But you got to take action once it's there. See, if you just take a seed that is a dream, see, a seed is a dream. You say, I have this seed. I want it to become a tree. I want it to become a plant. I want it to become a flower. It's a possibility. That's a dream. It's a seed. And then you get it to the right environment. It's in the atmosphere. It's in the environment that it needs, that's conducive for it to grow. You have a relationship. I have this dream. I want to have this amazing marriage. That's a seed. I'm going to get it into the right atmosphere. I'm getting around the right people. I'm reading books. I'm studying. I'm learning so that my marriage can be something amazing. That's the right atmosphere. But then you got to do work. There has to be a commitment. Dreams, environments, commitments. You got to take some action. And here's the thing about dreams. Here's the thing about helping seeds get from potential to realizing their potential. There's some consistency and some commitment to the effort, to the action. So often we abort our dreams somewhere along the way because it's not happening fast enough. We think that something should have happened by now. And we have our potential and we see what we desire and we think it takes too long and then we give up. This is not give up time. Though your dream might be delayed, this is not time for you to give up. You sow into it. If you know that you have a dream and that you're in the right environment, you continue to work, continue to cultivate, continue to do what needs to be done, because in a moment, what's been happening underneath the ground, what's been happening away from the public view, what's been happening in the dark, then comes to light. You might not see, you're not going to see it happen immediately. Here's the thing about the nature of dreams and aspirations and hopes and ideas. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think that somebody has to do it. So often now, with social media being what it is, we think that things are supposed to happen immediately. Like, we live in a world of instant gratification. And what's scary to me is that relationships don't work that way. A sustainable, long-term, healthy relationship is not going to be built off of instant gratification. And so from a young person to adult people, we have this idea things are supposed to happen fast. I'm supposed to post a couple posts and all of a sudden I'm supposed to be getting brand deals and I'm supposed to be making all kinds of money because everything's supposed to happen fast. That's not the way it happens. That's not the way dreams happen. I played baseball growing up my entire life. And when I started like T-ball. Right? You start at T-ball and you stand there and they don't toss the ball to you. No, they put it on a stationary place and you, as a little person, you go up there and you swing the bat at this ball that is not moving. And guess what? There are a lot of us that still miss. We still miss the ball, even though it's not even moving. We stand there and we swing and we miss. If you ever want to get a good laugh, go to a T-ball game. But then just watch those young kids when they're swinging that bat at that ball. They're going to miss the ball. They're going to hit the tee. They're going to swing and fall over. It's a part of the process. Those kids grow up. Some of them grow up and they continue to grow and they go through the process. And then the coach is tossing them the ball and they're learning how to hit. And those kids will grow up perhaps and be a major leaguer. Maybe. It's a stretch. But some of us, we had that dream. I had that dream. I want to be a major leaguer. Do you know how many times you have to strike out? Do you know how many times that you're going to miss the ball? Do you know how many times you're going to make an error? You make so many errors. You make so many mistakes. One of the great things about baseball is that if you fail 7 out of 10 times, you know what that gets you? It gets you a spot in the Hall of Fame. When major leaguers, the best of the very best, when they can figure out how to fail 7 out of 10 times, it makes them the best best of all. And so when you're thinking about your life and you're thinking this should be happening faster, nah. Slow down. Don't get caught up in this idea of social media and this technology that everything's supposed to be so fast. No, 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 no. Learn how to take it slow. Learn how to grow something by showing up, by being consistent, by being faithful, by tending to it, by caring for it. Learn how to be in love with the process, not just the outcome. Learn how to become great in taking action day after day after day after day. Stop. Once you see the dream, once you envision the dream, then Guess what? Go out, see your future, see the dream, and then bring it back to your present and then walk it back out to your future. There are certain things that we just will not ever be able to accelerate. Certain things will never move faster, no matter how much we try to rush them. Take your time. This is this is even helpful for raising my newborn. See, I love it. And you know it is so true because a newborn is not going to become an adult anytime soon. Take care of your baby. Your dream, that's your baby. Grow. Help it grow. Help nurture it. Start getting invested in the process and you start becoming aware. This works on all relationships. And this is what I think is just so fun. When you're in this place of developing a relationship, every phase, every step of the way, there are going to be, whenever there's growth, there's going to be something new to learn. The more you get invested in the learning process, become a student that becomes in awe of what happens in the process. What's your next step? When I was operating my gym, we would celebrate all kinds of different victories. So sometimes someone would have a non-scale victory, meaning they had something happen for them in their health and their wellness that wasn't actually pertaining to the scale and what their scale number said, but that's something to celebrate. They had been taking action consistently and they had a victory that showed up in their life. They were able to wear the outfit that they hadn't been able to wear in a long time, or their dress size dropped down from a 10 to an 8, or a 18 to a 16, or whatever it may be. There was a victory in their life. And so they get involved and they start to see, okay, I'm excited about this. I'm going to celebrate where I am at this place. But as I'm in this place, something about me has changed. I now need to learn myself in this brand new way because I can fit some things that I couldn't fit before. You start to get in love with the process. Get in love with the process. What's something new about your dream that you learned today? What did you learn today? See, here's the thing. When you take action, it gives you the opportunity to learn something new because you're in a relationship with your life. You're in a relationship with your health. You're in a relationship with your spouse or your children or at your job or with your business. You're in a relationship. When you do that scary thing and you take action, you move forward, that next step is going to show you something different. But if you're so busy focused on the end result, you're going to miss the information in the moment. Do you know that whenever you take action that moves you, you automatically are able to gain a new perspective because you are no longer standing where you were the moment before? Don't miss the information that comes back to you, that's returned to you because you've taken action. You've changed your perspective every time you take action. Oh, okay, you're going to do something different. You know what? Tonight, I'm going to cook dinner for my spouse and I'm just going to surprise them and we're going to have a candlelight dinner. Okay, guess what? If that's not the norm, if you've disturbed your norm and you said, I'm taking this thing to the next level, we are going to have greater intimacy in our relationship. We're going to have a greater connection. We're going to sow into this. We're going to set aside time. We're going to do what we need to do. Guess what? You might as well do it looking for some information. What's going to happen? What's going to happen when you take your next step? Like Mary said, once you take action, you can look for the reaction. What's going to happen in response to what you just did? How is your life going to change? How is your world going to open up? What new opportunities are going to be given to you? What did you learn? How can you improve? How can you grow? How can you celebrate what you've done? Action. Action opens up your world. You start planting those seeds, you start getting your hands dirty with the action, it's going to give you a new experience. It's going to give you something new to talk about. Action. See, so often we've been waiting for things to happen. Well, soon as this happens, then I'll do something. No, 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 don't do that. That's being passive. That's waiting for life to happen to you. No, 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 don't do that. Go ahead and you initiate. You be the initiator. Don't just be the one that responds to what's happening. You want something greater. You know you want something greater. So don't sit there and as we talked about yesterday, don't sit there and just manage your life. Don't sit there and just manage being average. Don't do that. You are so I'm telling you, you are far greater than you even have realized. You have more potential than you even know that is just waiting for you to realize it. There's potential in your life that's waiting to be activated by you if you would just take the action. Don't wait for everything to fall apart in order for you to take action. You don't have to hit rock bottom in order to take action. No, be the initiator. If your life is going great, perfect. Take it to the next level. How can you take another step? Your race isn't over. You're still living your life. You're still breathing. So do something with the breath that's going to move you forward. Don't check out now. Don't check out while you're still breathing. What's the purpose of that? What good is it to be breathing and quitting at the same time? Don't quit on your life. Don't quit on your dreams. Don't quit on your aspirations just because a few things went wrong here and there and perhaps, the crap has hit the fan a few times. Don't give up on your stuff. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on love. I hear a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people and they just I don't believe in love anymore and they give up on love and no, it's not love's fault. It was that person, it was that relationship. It was, a lack of harmony and lack of togetherness and a lack of awareness and perhaps a lack of education and a lack of effort. No, don't give up on love. Love still works. Maybe someone in the situation wasn't working love, but love still works. Don't give up just because of what happened. I would say you're here in this moment because this is the message you need to just start rehearsing. Like, no, this is not your give up time. Don't let somebody else talk you out of your dreams either. Don't let somebody else talk you out of the fact that you can have something greater. See, the reality is each breath that you're given is your own. You get to do something with it. The body that you have is your own. The mind that you have is your own. The opportunities that you have are your own. So, what are you going to do with what you have right now? You can tell yourself that it's impossible, but I have this thing that I say. If it's humanly possible and you're a human, then it's possible. So many of us will talk ourselves out of stuff that we've already seen happen, and that's even worse, right? You don't think that you can write your book. Look how many books are in the world. The book can be written. You don't think that you can lose the weight. No, look how many people. Just find some people, get around some people that have lost the weight, and just get around them, hang around them, work with them. You can lose the weight, right? And you just, oh man, this marriage can never be some. No, marriages can be turned around. Don't talk. Don't get yourself into the wrong environment. You can turn it around. You can make some more money. You can start another business. You can go back to school. You can learn that concept. You can. You are able. You are capable. Don't talk yourself out of it. You have a dream. So dream it big. Dream it big and outrageous, so much so that it causes you to want to ask other people, how can you get this done? Dream your dream so big that it causes you to be vulnerable for what you do not know. See, that's another level of dreaming. Let me just tell you. Dream it so big that you expose yourself for what you don't know. Do you know why? Because if you dream it that big and you expose yourself for what you don't know, it'll put you into a position where you get to learn. And once you start to learn, you will continue to grow. That's what it's all about. It's about growth. Don't worry about the end result yet. No, no, no. Now we're going to focus on growth. Are you growing? Because as long as you stay afraid to dream it big so that you don't want to, you don't want anybody to know that you don't know what you're doing, right? Then you're going to keep yourself small. You don't have to talk to anybody. And then the dream can just be in your head and it's not even risky. And then you're back to living a boring life. And then you're going to look at your life and you're going to think, man, my life is boring. I don't even enjoy it. I just, there's so many people that do not enjoy their life. One life to live. And if you're not enjoying it, it's time to make some changes. It's time to do something different because you only have one life. And every day we're getting closer to the end of our lives. We're living, but somehow we're not really alive. What do you want? What do you want? This week I've been talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I think it's just a great example of dreaming a big, outrageous dream that grown adult people came up with ninjas that were turtles, that were mutants, that lived in the not a cemetery, that lived in a sewer and ate pizza and had a sensei that was a rat. And they dreamed something so big that it was just so outrageous that it worked. Dream it. Dream something so big that you have to leave the environment that you're in, that you have to look for a new environment to fuel you and to feed you and to nurture you, that you need to get around some other people. Dream it so big that it moves you into action because you say, this is so good. I want this. One of the things that I would do probably 6, 7 years ago, I was working as part of a fight promotion team. That was probably 8 years ago. I used to be a part of a fight promotions team. So I was a fight coordinator, like professional boxing fight coordinator. And I would help coordinate these fights. And we would, I would sign boxers and make sure they were getting their money, and had to make sure they were getting their their drug tests and their physical exams. And so I was coordinating all this stuff, part of this fight promotions. And the person that I was working with, he's the promoter. He had a dream, right, of helping all these different fighters to get exposure and get a chance and get an opportunity. And it started with the dream out of a a small gym in Philadelphia, over top of a garage where they were fixing cars at the bottom. But at the top of this gym, there was some boxing rings, but there was a dream. And the promoter, he was excited about the dream. He believed in the dream. He started talking about the dream and promoting the dream. And next thing you know, we're at a hotel and we're throwing events at this hotel, and it's happening. And then next thing you know, there's a couple guys, they were doing really well. Then they're on HBO. Next thing you know, they're doing a fight at the Playboy Mansion, like with pay-per-view. It was outrageous. All off of a dream. I didn't go to the Playboy Mansion. My marriage was young. I wasn't going. I couldn't do it. I was not trying to no, I wasn't trying to have my wife looking at me sideways. I said, this is not wisdom for me to go. And I did not go. So I didn't go to the Playboy Mansion. The rest of the team, they were there. The fight went down. Our guy won, but I didn't go. That wasn't for me. And sometimes you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. That wasn't for me. I wasn't going. But my point in telling you the story is that dreams happen. I remember because of one person's dream, because of this, the promoter, because of his dream, PJ, because of PJ's dream, he was dreaming and he has a vision, and it started opening up opportunities. And I was traveling. I went to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. It was a great place. Like, I would have never gone there. I would have never gone there. Dreams, they're not only for you. Dreams open the doors for other people too. Imagine for a moment what the world or your environment or people's lives look like because your dream came true. What does it look like when you write the book that you've been talking about writing and you get it out there and you put it in someone's hand and they read it and their life has been impacted, or they read it and they are able to relax and do something fun for a little bit and unwind. What is it that you do? What is it that you've been holding on to? What dream have you been holding on to? What idea have you been holding on to that is waiting for you to release it so that it can impact the lives of people around you? It's waiting for you to take action. And I understand it can be overwhelming and it might seem like it's too far away. But here's something practical that you can do. Something practical. Thanks for sharing the video. Here's something you can do. Do something every day. Every single day. Do something. Take action every single day. So I'll design a workout program for someone, an exercise program for them. All right, 7 days a week. Oh, no, you don't need to exercise 7 days a week. Yeah, you can exercise 7 days a week. It's perfectly fine. You're not going in, you're not being bodybuilder, you're at the beginning phase of exercise. You can exercise every day. Let me just tell you, if you take a 5-minute walk every day, you are exercising every day. And I guarantee you, if you would make a commitment, stop just dating your ideas, right? Like every once in a while, I'll just show up and I'll just, kind of date my idea. No, go all in, full commitment. Go full commitment on it. If you're going to do it, go full commitment and do something every day. I challenge you to take 5-10 minutes every day and do something intentional with the dream that you said you have. Right? You want to write a book? Take 5 minutes, 10 minutes every single day and write. Every single day. 365 days. Do that. You want your marriage like to go to the next level? Do something every single day. You want your health? Do something every single day. Whatever it is, do something every single day specifically for your dream. Write a page. Write a note. Right? Practice the piano. Like, okay, every day I'm just going to practice these scales. Every day I'm going to practice the scales. Every day I'm going to groom a horse. Every day I'm going to ride this horse. Every day I'm going to whatever. Every day I'm going to go live. Every day I'm going to post a video. Every day I'm going to reach out to a new person. Every day I'm going to practice communicating. What is it that you want that you're willing to practice every day? See, when I wanted to be a professional baseball player, let me just tell you a little secret. I would wake up and I would have my glove and my ball with me every day. When the season was getting close, let me just tell you, I get a new glove. That glove was in the bed with me at night. My baseball bat was in the bed with me at night. I needed it to be warm. I needed it to be ready for the season. Right? It might sound silly, but no. There was going to be a connection. I was going to sleep with my glove. I'm sleeping with my bat. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go play every day. I'm gonna go practice. I'm gonna go play catch. Let me just tell you how. Let me tell you how commitment works. You have to commitment will cause you to make some deals to negotiate. So my sister growing up, my sister, she was my best friend. That's my girl, right? My sister, my best friend. I love her dearly, right? That's my sister. That's my girl. So my sister, she's a year younger than me. We have two younger brothers, but there's a little bit of, a few years in between us. So my sister and I, we were together. Our names were like synonymous. Brian and Missy go together. So here was the deal. My sister would play catch with me. I said, okay, will you play catch with me? She would play ball with me. That doesn't sound like a deal, does it? No, that wasn't the deal. That was half the deal. So here's the other half of the deal. The other half of the deal is I would play house and I would play dolls with her. This is the deal. I'll play catch with you. I'll play dolls with you. You play catch with me. Cool. The deal that I made back then, it put me on a track, even though I didn't even know it. I was so committed to my dream and wanting to be a professional baseball player that I picked up some other skills along the way. So I was playing house with my sister, hanging out with my sister, playing dolls with my sister. Oh, yeah, I'm playing dolls. There was no ego. I'm trying to get to the dream. It's a fair deal, but I learned how to braid some hair along the way, right? I'm hanging out with my sister. We built a bond. We have a connection. My best friend. See, sometimes we get so caught up. We feel like, oh, I don't want to do certain things and because it's beneath me. Stop thinking that way. Stop thinking things are beneath you in order to get to your dreams. I'm not telling you to compromise your integrity or anything like that. But if you need to do a little extra work or if you need to, negotiate a deal with somebody, it's worth it. I'm not telling you to do evil. As a matter of fact, I was able to, invest in my sister like she was investing in me. That's an investment. Our lives were both impacted. She can play catch to this day, right? She wants to hang out with her sons. She can go get a ball glove and she can play catch. She has some skills too. She learned skills as I was learning skills. I asked her, like, how do you do that braid? She showed me, boom, boom, boom. I can walk out to the barn right now and go braid up some hair. I can go braid my horse's hair. Because back in the day, I had a sister that I hung out with, that I made a deal with. See, when you learn some things along the way, you make some deals along the way, it enriches your life. The things that happen along the way in your dreams, they're assets to you. It goes into your toolbox. It goes into the asset column. It wasn't a liability, that was an asset. That added to my life, something else that I could do. So, what actions are you willing to take? Who are you willing to ask for help? I mean, are you willing to ask for help? Are you willing to tell somebody, I really don't know what I'm doing? Can you help me? Sounds a little embarrassing. I know that I'm 45, 55, 65, 25, however old you might be. And I know you might feel like, well, I'm supposed to be at a different place by now. No, you're not. You are where you are right now. And guess what? You can learn right now and go to another level. Don't let your ego get in the way. Don't let pride get in the way. Ask somebody for help. Tell somebody, I really don't know what I'm doing. Can you help me? Can we make a deal so that you can help me? And how can I help you? It's okay to make the deal, to ask for help. It'll enrich your life. You're playing the long game here. You're going through a process. You have a dream that you desire. You have a dream, you have the environment, you're willing to take action along the way. I haven't been in a relationship in 7 years. Is that Shenandoah? Shenandoah? Shannon Noah. Wait, Shannon. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might have got it wrong. Sorry, Shannon. I just shortened it. But that's what it's. Hey, if you haven't been in Shannon, all right. Shannon hasn't been in a relationship in 7 years. Guess what? If Shannon decides she wants to be in one now, then then there's opportunity for growth. There's opportunity for learning. I'm just here to encourage you to take a good look at your dream. Start thinking about it again. It's time to resurrect it again. It's time to open it up again. And don't just dream it in a small little box, a small little comfortable box. No, 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 no. Dream it outrageous. Dream it big. Go ahead. Open it up. Scared to be in a dream? Fantastic. I mean, scared to be in a relationship? Fantastic. You know what that means? That means you have an opportunity. See, I appreciate the honesty. I'm scared. Great. There's an opportunity right there because you get to ask the question, why? Don't just ask it either. Don't just ask your questions. I say this, get a notebook out. Get a notebook, get a designated notebook. I will send you, Shannon, let's get connected. I'm gonna send you a notebook. I'm gonna send you a special notebook from me to you as a gift. It's gonna be a relationship building notebook. And this is what we're gonna do. So you're gonna look at your relationship. You're gonna ask yourself the question. You're gonna say, why? But don't breeze past the answer. Sit and have your notebook. And as you start to get into the notebook, start writing down your answers. Here's why I'm scared. I've been, in abusive relationships. Someone hurt me, someone left me, whatever it may be. And then you're going to keep on digging into it. What would happen to my life if I let the past? What happened in the past? If I let that hold me back from moving forward, what would happen? Right? You start thinking through it. You start putting some things down. The reason why is I'll share this with you. As a trainer, when I as I said, when I was operating my gym, what I would do, all my clients, I would have folders with their information. And so when things would happen in our relationships, something would happen. We would learn something about food, or something happened in their personal life. I would just keep notes, keep notes, keep notes. Why? Because you're developing a relationship. And so how do you want your relationship to be? Do you want it to be healthy? Yes, I want it to be healthy. All right. So let's take some notes. We're going to take some notes. We're going to ask some questions, not just surface questions. Why are we where we are? How did we get to this place? What changes have I made? What mindsets have I made? If this is the same outcome that I continue to get, what is the common thread that keeps me in this place? What can I do differently? You start becoming real curious about yourself with your dream in mind. You said, because what I want is this. So I have to break free from all of that because I want this. This is what I want. And so that's the beauty of the process. Why is this working? Why is this not working? Why is this growing? Why is this not growing? Why did I put up with that? Why will I never put up with that again? I know what it's like to be abused. I know what it's like to believe in an abusive situation. As a man, I can't tell anybody this because guess what? Nobody cares and nobody's going to listen. I know what it's like to have that dialogue in my own mind and live that way because I felt like nobody cares. You cannot be a man and get abused because no one cares. I know what it's like to have that dialogue. I know what it's like to be free from that. And I say, you know what? I'm not living that life. But a mindset that says no one cares, no one's going to listen to me, it doesn't matter, my life doesn't matter. When you have a messed up dialogue, you will make some jacked up decisions. This is why what's going on in our minds is so important. You and I can be transformed by the renewing of our minds. When you get your mind into a fresh new place, it will change your outlook on life. It will change the relationships you have. It will change the environments that you are in. It will change your life. It will transform your life. I know this for a fact. I bet my life on it every single day. The mindset of a seed in the package is different than the mindset of a seed in the soil. But because it's in a renewed place, it's in a fresh place. When it gets into the right environment, in the right soil, guess what happens? The potential then gets to open up. It's no longer that you're not good enough, because you are. It's no longer that you're not pretty enough or not brilliant enough and not smart enough. It's no longer that you don't have enough to give, because you have all of it. You're brilliant enough, you're pretty enough, you're smart enough, you're savvy enough, you're creative enough. You have it. You have it. You just might not have been told enough. You might not have been in a place where you were hearing it rehearsed enough. And so I'm just here to tell you, oh, it's there. Oh, there's some good stuff in you. It just needed to get into the right atmosphere so that it can be activated. Seeds on the concrete. Mm-mm. That's like a good book title. Seeds on the concrete. That's not where we belong. You got to get some soil. Your relationship, it needs some better soil. Your mindset needs some better soil. See, just start telling yourself, "Oh, I'm good. There's greatness in me. I just need some better soil." I told you the story about how my mom, for one of my birthdays, she gave me a bag of soil, a pot, and a seed, and she told me to grow it. I thought it was the worst birthday present ever at the time, until I started getting involved in the process. Then I started loving it. I said, "Oh, this is cool. I'm growing something." I challenge you. Here's another little challenge. I challenge you, depending on where you are in the world right now, to go get some soil and a pot and a plant and grow something. I challenge you. Like, that's a challenge, to go out, get a pot, get a plant, bring it into your house, whatever it may be, and grow it. Grow it intentionally as you think about your dreams. Let it be symbolically a representation of your dream. Let it be a symbol of your dream. You're like, okay, I'm going to tend to this. I'm going to cultivate this. I'm going to do something with this each and every day. I'm going to make sure that I see somebody accepted the challenge. That's what's up, Inside Out Athletic Wear. Thank you. I'm going to do something with this. I want this thing to live, so I'm going to put effort towards it. Go ahead. Matter of fact, let's take it to another level. On the pot, write on the pot somewhere what your dream is. And just remind yourself, I'm going to put some effort into this, make sure it has water, whatever. I'm going to check on this plant because I'm going to check on my dream. Everybody, you have something. You have a dream. It's waiting for you to care for it. It's waiting for you to cultivate it. The best of you is not outside of you. The best of you is inside. It is waiting to be discovered. One of my favorite words. It's waiting to be discovered. Dis means not, covered means concealed. The best of you is waiting to no longer be concealed. Go out and buy the outfit. Go out, sign up for the gym. Go out, join the club. Go on the trip. Go on the date. Propose. Do the thing. Mary, I'm so glad that you are so inspired. Because you know what? Here's what inspiration is. Inspiration, spire, means to breathe in, breathe into. So Mary said, listen, Brian, you're breathing into me right now. And by Mary saying that, you know what Mary did? Mary decided she was going to breathe back into me, because that's breath into my lungs. To know that there's a difference being made in someone's life, that's breath. I don't want to just show up just to be sitting here talking, just to be talking. There are enough people talking. I want to make an impact. Like this whole idea that people are influencers. What do you influence people to do? I don't want to be that. I want to be, if I'm going to be an influencer, I want to know that someone's life, you know, I did it. I took the step. I took some action. Spoke to Shannon's soul that, look, this is what it's about. Let's live. I maybe I can tell you, I can tell you it's not even a maybe. I'm in the place where I want adventure in my life. You know, some of the things I think about? I think about meeting you. I think about, obviously, I want to have a TV show, right? Or a YouTube show, whatever, but a TV show. I think about meeting you, interviewing you, sharing your story, and celebrating. This like, I want this. I want to see the best of people. I want to hear stories of marriages transform and relationships made whole, and young people that have hope, and people that once were heartbroken. They said, you know what, my heart is better. My heart is healed, and I'm going for it in life. I'm doing a thing. And Brian, I started my business, and I started a brand, or I wrote my book, and I did the thing. That's what I'm here to help people discover and deliver their gift. That thing that's on the inside of you, where would it get discovered? Where would it be delivered? It can be in your house, in your community, in your neighborhood, in the world, in your industry. There's so many places that are waiting for all of us to show up. This world is in the condition that it's in because we haven't showed up yet. When you show up with what you have, the way that you are meant to show up, the world in some way or another will be different. Shannon said she hasn't had friends, but I believe that's changing right now. Shannon, do you want friends? See, when we start saying, you know what, I do want friends. I do want connections. I'm going to do the plant thing. As I tend to it daily, it'll remind me to tend to me daily. Rachel, there it is. Shannon said, I want friends. You know what Shannon just did? Shannon just opened up possibility. See, if we are going to be, if one is to have friends, they must show themselves to be friendly. And so when you open yourself up to say, you know, I really do want friends. And you start dreaming. Shannon, don't just stop with wanting friends. Start dreaming about the kind of friends that you want, the kind of things that you would like to do. I'm going to write a page every day, Mary said. So there you go. You start thinking, you start dreaming, I'm writing a page because I'm writing something. I want to have friends. I'm opening my life up. I'm going to smile more because I want to have friends. So now I need to look friendly. And I'm just going to, hey, I'm at the grocery store and hello, how are you? And I just start talking. And you see what happens? When you open yourself up to the possibilities, then the possibilities open themselves up to you. When you take action, there's going to be a reaction. Science says that for every action, there is an opposite, equal and opposite reaction. That means whenever you do something, something is being done. You put something out there, you reap what you sow. When you put something out there, you're going to sow, you're sowing something into the world. You can start looking for harvest, looking for something back. I don't just sit here and talk just because I want to talk. I'm talking because I expect greatness out of your life. Natty by nature said, I'm stuck in inaction. All right, here we go. You put it out there, so I'm going to talk about it. You're stuck in inaction. All right, let's have a little chit chat. What is it that you want? Natty. Natty by nature. What is it that you want? This is how we're gonna deal. And you can apply this to your own situation, whatever it may be, right? If you're stuck in inaction, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. So if Natty shares with me something, then I'm gonna tell you. And even if Natty doesn't share with me, I'm gonna tell you. So here it is. If you're stuck in inaction, do something. Do something. To be honest, I want a serious, fun relationship and better social life. All right. Serious, fun relationship. Do something. Do something that's fun. All right. Put it in the comment sections. Everybody just start busting up the comment sections with fun things to do. Right. Just, and then we're just going to pick one. Right. So you just pick one. You know, it doesn't have, don't even overthink it. You just pick something fun to do. All right, something fun to do. I'm going to go to the ice cream shop and I'm going to sit down with a person and have a scoop of ice cream. I'm going to go roller skating. I'm going to go rollerblading. I'm going to go parasailing. I'm going to jump out of an airplane. I'm putt, right? Go to a conservatory, go roller skating, right? Putt golf, right? So we got some stuff. So just start sharing, right? Go for a walk. Go do karaoke. Go take a dancing lesson. Go simply just said do a picnic in the park. Right? There you go. Go ride a horse. Coffee and walk at your favorite park. There you go. You start putting out ideas. If you've been in a place of inaction and anything in life, the way that you crush it, just go do something. Go to Barnes and Noble. Just go do something. Just go do it. Just, like, don't even overthink it. You can put things in a hat and just pull one out. You can go on Google and say something fun to do right now, and you just do it. You just don't even overthink it. Don't even overthink it. Just make a new recipe. That's what you're doing. You're actually making a new recipe. By doing something, by taking action, you immediately destroy inaction. Don't overthink it. You're like, I want some more spice in my marriage. Great. Do something spicy. Do it. Just do it. Don't worry about the outcome. Do it. There are things. It doesn't even cost a lot of money. If your spouse takes showers or baths, just go in there and get in there with them. Like, hey, I'm in here just because I'm going to shake things up a little bit. Bake a cake from scratch. There's so many great ideas. I'm like, I would like to bake a cake from scratch. I've never done that. I've actually never done that. Right. There are things there are opportunities around us. We all have this technology. We have these phones. We can reach out to somebody. We can make a call. We can perform, a skit and record it. There are so many things. You can jump on Marco Polo and send video messages to people, and there's so many possibilities. So many possibilities. This is why dreaming big is so fun. This is why I encourage it. Because when you start to dream, when you start to go bigger, then it starts to place a demand on the atmosphere around you. I write down ideas all the time. I have so many ideas, I just give them away to people. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. Here's an idea. I thought about one time I was on a plane, I was traveling, and I thought, I'm going to do a passport program for young people. And I'm going to help 100 young people get a passport. Now, at that time, I didn't have a nonprofit. In this past year, I got my nonprofit started. So now an idea that I had a few years ago, it came back up the other day. And I was talking to my mom who coordinates a lot of travel stuff. And I said, Mom, why don't we do a program and we get 100 young people to get their passports so we can help them travel somewhere. See, here's what I know. I have ideas. When you start doing something with ideas, and even if I'm giving ideas away, do you know what happens? I don't run out of ideas. More ideas come. There are times at night where I have to have a conversation with myself to get my mind quiet. Oh, Natty by Nature said, I made a list of everything mentioned. Thank you. I work from home, so it's easy to not go anywhere. I understand that. I understand that. I'm one of those kind of people that can easily get real like closed off in his own world and not see a lot of people. And so Natty by Nature, go out and do something like tomorrow. Don't put it off. No one put it off. Like the next opportunity that you get, take it. Take it. I'm telling you, there's there's a good moment right now. Many of us, depending on where you are in the world, it's starting to get warm. Summer's on the way. Like this is your time. Like this is the adventure time of the year. And this is the time for you to go for it, for you to stretch out. For This is time when you get warm. You get warm, you start feeling a little more comfortable, you start doing things, start doing some things. Don't overthink the bathing suit. You want to wear it, wear it. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Wear it, right? Get the sundress, buy the glasses, get your hair cut, do whatever. Do whatever. You might just find out that you like it. So, we have some things on the table. We have some dreams, some ideas, some things that are on the table. We dream the dream, and we're finding and cultivating the atmosphere. But the way we're really going to know is by taking action. And so that's my encouragement tonight. Take action on your dream. Something every day. Every single day. You mean like don't take any days off? Yeah, no, don't take any days off. Do something every single day. Now, that might sound overwhelming at first. So here's what we do. Plan out 7 days. You say, I'm going to do something for the next 7 days. And then at the end of those 7 days, you know what you do? Do something for the next 7 days. And at the end of those next 7, do something for the next 7. You don't have to think about 365. Think about them at 7 at a time. Check off your 10 minutes. I did this 10 minutes today. I wrote 1 page today. I kissed my spouse 10 times today. Whatever it is, I went for a walk today. I did something every day because I want to be great at this. Make no apologies for this. Make no apologies for wanting and desiring to be great. I'm telling you, I show up with this microphone and on these videos and posting and all that because I want to be great at this. I want to be a great communicator that touches the lives of people. I'm going to tell you a little secret. This is actually a little bit crazy to me, but I realized it after last night's talk. During last night's talk, I said some things about wanting to be a great speaker. Now, I've done a lot of things in life and I speak, but I've never really fully committed to being a speaker. Like I speak, people invite me places and I speak, and I've done conferences and I speak, but there was something about it that I never fully committed to being a speaker. So here's some breaking news. I'm going to pursue it. You are going to see a change in my life. I've never even said this publicly until right now. You're going to see a change in my life. I know it's time for me to make a shift and become the speaker that I'm meant to be. So I'm going all in. Like, I'm going all in to become the greatest possible speaker that I can become. And so you're going to watch. You'll see it. You'll see it happen, the whole process. This is really a beginning for me. I mean, like setting up a business, setting it all up. I mean, not just doing no. I'm going to make it a professional endeavor to become a speaker as others have been. My dad, my grandpa, my uncle, they're pastors, they're speakers. But for some reason, I had discounted myself, even though I love this. See, they said, find something that you would do even if no one was paying you. Now, mind you, I do this every day. No one tells me, okay, Brian, you need to do live broadcast or make videos. No, I do this because it's in me. I feel like something in me dies if I don't do this. I feel like I'm wasting a part of me. And so it's time to go next level. I've played it small for a long time. And so now I have to step up. What I'm telling you is not just for you. It's for me too. There's I don't even know what's going to happen now. I don't know what it'll mean for my life, but I know that I love doing this. It's I love it. So therefore, I'm going to pursue this. So I'm encouraging you while I'm encouraging me. I'm not talking the talk. It's a beginning for me. So here we go. I listen, I'm just inviting you. Like, go along with me. We can talk about it. Because guess what? Dreamers, we need one another. I'm like, okay, we need to, I have some groups and things set up. I'm like, all right, people need. You need to be around somebody and need to be around some other people. So we're going to figure it out as we go. But I just wanted to tell you every day, you're going to see me moving towards something else that's brand new for me in a real different kind of way. So bring your thing too. Bring your dream too. Let's do the thing together so we can talk about it and celebrate it and enjoy it and encourage one another and go through the dark times and the hard times together. And let's, you know, go through the whole thing together. So I wanted to share that special announcement that all of you that are here now, you're the first. You're the first to hear it. And so when you see things happen, you'll have insight. You'll say, I was there. I was there the night that Brian said it. The night that he made it public. And you're here. So here we go. I appreciate you. Like, let me tell you this. I appreciate you because your showing up has been encouragement. You are and continue to be what I call fire to my fire. I don't call you fuel to my fire, and here's the reason why. Fuel gets consumed by fire, and then the fire continues to burn. Fire, when it joins with fire, it grows. And neither fires become lesser. So in my relationships, I approach relationships this way. I'm not going to look at you as fuel. I'm going to look at you as fire. Because if fire can join with fire, then fire grows. And fuel can come from other places, but I don't need, and I don't expect, and I don't desire for people to be fuel. I want people to be fire. We can get fuel from somewhere else. We can get fuel from the actions. We can get fuel from overcoming situations, but we will get fire from one another. See, if you apply that to every relationship you have, I dare you to ask the person, say, listen, are you going to be fuel to the fire or do you want to be fire to the fire? Because if you're fire to the fire, that means I want you to burn great as I'm burning great. And every time we get together with someone else, if we just add fire, then the fire grows. And when we overcome our situations, then we can add fuel because now we have accomplishments, we have achievements, and that achievement can be our fuel. And we can consume that because we're moving on to the next achievement. Ask your spouse, ask your children, ask your boss, ask your employees, ask whoever in your life. You want to do fire? You want to be fuel? You see, yeah, okay, you're going to talk negatively to me. I understand you want to be fuel. Okay. All right. You'll fuel the fire. You don't get to go with me, though. See, that's why you don't take negativity with you. Like, I'm going to consume that. I'm going to burn that up. That's not going for the journey. The fire gets to go. Fire gets to go. So here we go. New chapter. This month, April, has been about action and accountability. And I just want to encourage you. If you've been in a place where you feel like your life has been struggling and you feel like things just haven't been clicking, time to take an assessment, start dreaming bigger, find new environments, get around different people, and then take action like your life depends on it. Because guess what? Your life does. The life within you, the life that you desire, depends on you taking action. So it's go time. It's been a fantastic month. And this has been a deposit into where we're going. Time to make a huge step, Mary. I appreciate you all being here. Let's shut it down the way that we do. I'll say a prayer. You don't have to believe what I believe, but guess what? I'm going to pray for you anyway. So, Father, thank you for this day and this opportunity to be here together. Thank you for this day that you have made for us to be rejoicing and glad in it. Thank you for gladness. Thank you for happiness. Thank you for joy. Thank you for hope. Thank you for love. Thank you for each and every person that is here live, those that are on replay. Thank you for them investing in this moment, for them making a contribution to this moment, for them showing up. They have made a difference. They are a one of one, incredible, never to be duplicated again person. And so I am eternally grateful for their presence because their presence could have been anywhere else in this world and they chose to be here. And so I'm thankful for them. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the interactions. Thank you for the action that is being taken, for the commitments that have been made for things to be different. I pray for each and every person that is saying that their dream is worth it, that they're going to discover that environment and that they're going to take action. I pray that their life immediately would start to see some results. I pray that they would have that new perspective as they go, that their awareness would grow, that they would be able to see new things, that they would meet new people, that their bank accounts would grow, that their heart would expand, that their relationships would have more love. I pray for incredible, amazing experiences to happen. Suddenly, I pray that someone that hasn't smiled very often would find themselves smiling again. Someone who has felt empty, I pray that they would feel refreshed and replenished, that something on the inside would just feel lighter, that they would feel good. And I pray as they continue to move in the face of opposition, that their life would continue to shift, that their efforts would be blessed, and that those that they impact would be blessed as well. I pray that as they are in alignment with their purpose and their capabilities and the potential of their lives, that they would see good fruit being manifested. And as we go our separate ways, I pray for protection. Pray for physical protection, mental protection, emotional protection, spiritual protection. I pray that they would be encamped about with angels of protection to keep them safe in every aspect of life. so that they may rest well, that they may be replenished and refreshed for the new day that is dawning in their life. Thank you in advance for all these things, and we count them as done. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Amen. All right. You all have a fantastic evening. It has been a great week and a great month. So it's action taking time. I'm looking forward to it. Let me just tell you, this is it. You got your atmosphere stirred up, so go for it. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. Thanks for letting me share like a vulnerable moment with you. Now you all know you get to hold me accountable. You get to watch. And please, if you're here and you heard me say what I said about what's going to happen in my life, you can ask me about it. And if you do so, just know I'm going to flip it. I'm going to ask you about your life too. This is not a one-way spectator sport watching one person dream. That is not what we do. We're all in. Go team. We're in this together. So you dream and you do. I'm going to dream and I'm going to do. We're going to do it together. I appreciate you. Tears of happiness. I'm so glad. So glad. Let's get to work. Let's do this. My name is B.A. Shepherd, 2 P's, A-R-D, reminding you to be a shepherd. The world has enough sheep. Have a fantastic night. I love you much. See ya.